creativity, you know, like some of what you just heard with the three of us here, you know, making that happen at once is it's a very simple, but it's a very a complicated thing that occurs. It happens all at once, and it happens in little bits. It's just a little bit of everything. It takes one guy to start it, but what you're really hearing is everybody responding to that, and then every subsequent person responding to that. And there's a million little changes happening here and there while all that's going on. And when it all comes together, you're not always thinking about it. It's just happening, and then in the next moment you're playing something else.
Like in order to do that, you have to be able to improvise. So all of us, you know, we can improvise pretty well, and that's when it takes off, because improvising is like painting a picture, brushes, colors. So if each guy is a pretty good painter, then we can get like this amazing picture to pop out at the listener's ear. And it's all about listening to each other and thinking about what the listener that's listening to the guys that's playing is their energy. Like, are they looking energetic? Are they feeling the vibe? Do we need to amp it up here and take them on a rise up a mountain, bring them back down, smash them down real quick, bring them back up? You know, it's like the musician, if you can improvise, you control it. You know, so that's what was fun about it.
And it doesn't always work.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't always work. Well, I'll be first to tell you that.
It's funny, while you were saying that, you said the mountain analogy, I was sitting here thinking to myself, it reminds me of when I used to do some road racing. And I would equate creativity and improvisational, like we just did, to going over this hill. And it's at several racetracks, Road, Atlanta, Virginia International. You go over a hill and you're going 100 plus miles an hour. You don't know whether over that hill is going right or left. Mm-hmm. You have no idea.
Until you get right to the edge.
Until you get right to the edge, and then all it is experience. Am I going to get on that gas pedal? Am I going to change this key? Am I going to change the feel? And it depends on all the different musicians' experiences. Yeah. Cumulative is the language. You know, no one learned to speak French.
The language, yeah.
And I mean, you just build and build and build, and your experiences come out in this little thing called improvisation, and it's absolute real time. It'll never happen that way again. That is cool.
Yeah, I think you're living something and you're doing something that's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen just like that, and it's never going, and it hasn't ever before. So you're that. It is what it is. It's stream of consciousness. It's creativity. It's happening right now. And sometimes while that's happening, you get in this special spot where everything's going on, and you can kind of like take a step back from yourself. And it's like you're watching it like another person happen. Yeah, and you're like, oh, this is really good. It's actually working.
And then you step back in, and
then you go back in, and then you're back into your instrument. Yeah.
The closest thing you can say to capturing it is like Bob was mentioning earlier with Jimi Hendrix. You know, when you get in a situation where you can record something like that. I mean, we're recording this, but in the studio, that's what they call the whole studio magic thing. When you can capture something as visceral as that, that's when people, they don't have to be musicians. They go, whoo, and they feel it, you know? But it's also, with all the recording technology in the world, it's still nothing like being at that concert.
It's because it's like freezing it when you record it like that.
Yeah.
And to me, it's since the end of time, back in the day, a lot of bands, not all of them, but a lot of them would get together, and to create that song for the album, they already know the song, they've already rehearsed it, and then they say, well, let's get in here and jam it, and whatever comes out, that's it, because the first take is always the best take. The second take, not so good. The third take, throw it away. But the first take, whether you absolutely love it or you think maybe I could have done better, that is that heartfelt first take, the best goo that you can have musically. That's it right there, you know. So.
And I don't know about you guys, but like when I go into the studio and I'm recording and I'm creating my music, I never do more than 2 takes, because if I can't play it right in 2 takes, the spirit has gone out of it. There's nothing pure about that, doing it over and over. And you hear about guys doing 100 takes on a part. I just don't believe in that. I feel like it's gone once you.
Yeah, it's long gone after 100 takes. The greatest thing working at the School of Rock is when you first see that new kid, a fresh canvas, untouched, and it's up to you, it's your responsibility to take them on that amazing journey. And whatever you leave out, they might not discover, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
That's a neat thing.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you're talking about, you know, the young people that come in here and the ambition that they have, that's totally your responsibility to feed that and build up that fire and make it huge. It's like when you teach that kid that first power chord and they plug into the amplifier and turn that drive way up and they hit it and that speaker just roars like that and you just see this stupid grin come over their face. It's just like, they never felt more powerful in their life. I mean, that's your job, and I that's like, there's like nothing better than that.
You know, and the thing that you know, it's just where they are in their stage of life. You know, they're you know, oftentimes they're fearful, oftentimes they're not confident, and taking it from you know, just maybe self-conscious, you know, that kind of thing where they don't believe they can do something, and you turn that into the power to have them believe in themselves and have ambition.
Yeah.
Take the fear, when you can see a kid losing the fear and gaining the ambition, that's, you know, a beautiful thing. Even if his guitar sounds like total, you know, but he's taking the fear and he's harnessing it and he's turning it into ambition and he just keeps moving forward.
There's definitely a huge development going on there that us as teachers can be responsible for. And to me, if you're teaching anyone anything in life and you're not passionate about it, then just don't do it. Find something else to do, because whatever you give them, that's what they're getting. And for instance, my passion comes from the people that I've been around that were very passionate. And whatever I give to a kid, if they're passionate about it, that's because, oh, I was with this guy, he showed me everything. And that's what you want them to say, that they had a good time and that they learned a lot and they could use it. They can really use it for the rest of their life.
Really, the reason why I love to teach at School of Rock Charlotte is because I get to teach the kids to have that same kind of creative flair and same kind of passion for music and creating music and sharing my inspirations with them, and you know, teaching them as much as they teach me every single day. So there's nothing, I couldn't think of a more rewarding career than teaching here.